Hello and welcome back to another Magic Arena video. I am Magic Sven, and today we're looking at Putrid Goblin. I ran a deck like this earlier, about a couple months ago, but I've since then refined it quite a bit, cut all the stuff that doesn't do anything, a very focused combo now. This is my deck of choice in Historic at the moment. So the combo here is you have Putrid Goblin, which is a vanilla-ish 2/2 that just has Persist. Persist is whenever it dies, it comes back with a -1/-1 counter if it didn't already have a -1/-1 counter on it. So you get a Putrid Goblin, and then either Thran Vigil or Metallic Mimic. Both of these say, this Thran Vigil says whenever a card leaves your graveyard, put a +1/+1 on target creature you control. Metallic Mimic says any creatures of a particular type come in with a +1/+1 counter. So the idea is Putrid Goblin persists, then one of these two cards are out, it puts a +1/+1 on the Putrid Goblin, cancels out the -1/-1 counter, and then Putrid Goblin is free to persist again. And what makes this a winning combination is Altar of Dementia. Sacrifice a creature, target player equals cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power. 3 cards, infinite mill them out completely. We also have Diabolic Intent. I keep saying addict here. You know, I'm an old school player and I'm never going to stop saying that. Diabolic Intent here, which helps us find any missing combo piece. We have Shambling Ghast, which is good sacrifice fodder. And then Goblin Trapfinder, which is the only reason we're splashing red, and it's totally worth it. It's a 1 mana 1/1. When it dies, seek a creature with mana value 3 or less, gains haste, and it costs 1 less to cast. At the beginning of the next end step, you sacrifice the creature. So Goblin Trapfinder, you sacrifice to either your tower or your Diabolic Intent, and it can find either Putrid Goblin or Metallic Mimic. And on top of that, it makes it cheaper as well. We don't care that it has to sacrifice at the end of turn, because we're going to be comboing off during that turn. So we have Trapfinder here to find pieces. We've got Thoughtseize and Fatal Push for interaction. I put 1 Cling to Dust in here, because if you're going off, you could also mill yourself out all the way. If they've got something in their graveyard that's preventing you from just winning, you can Cling to Dust it if you have 4 mana available. But that's the deck. I think it's really powerful. Let's take it into the ladder. My threshold for keeping hands is generally, do I have a way to find the altar? This hand does not, and is missing a Putrid Goblin. I probably could find it off a Trapfinder, but I'm going to mulligan this one. See, and this hand is just 1,000 times better. It's got every combo piece in it, so we're definitely going to keep that one. Don't need an intent right now, but I do want to make my land drops. Skrelv comes down. I do need to hit land 2 on time. I guess I'm not in any danger of that. And this might save us some life. Plaza of Heroes. Not sure what Plaza of Heroes means for us. Okay, we've got some sort of artifact aggro, I guess. They're not going to attack here. I can't imagine. Okay, and we're playing another Springleaf Drum. That's fine. We'll play a land here. And I'm going to play Altar of Dementia. No attacks. And so they don't really have much mana. The Springleaf Drums are just kind of there. They're putting Gigantha into their hand. They're not going to attack, which makes a lot of sense. Can't say I'm super worried about Gigantha. Play Shambling Ghast. I guess I can just try and go for the kill here. That doesn't do it, unfortunately. But I'll play a Shambling Ghast. Mill myself, sack this. Do -1/-1 to Skrelv. That'll take them off a little bit of mana, if nothing else. And I'm just going to play another Ghast here. Am I worried about Thoughtseize? I guess a little. I'll play Thran. This also protects us a little bit from something like Make Disappear. I don't really have any idea what's going on over here. It looks like some kind of artifact deck, but they appear to be missing some key pieces. Jace the Perfected Mind. Okay. Let's see who we're milling here. Okay, so we're self-mill. Let's see if self-mill has a way to stop getting milled. And the loop has begun. Yeah, a deck like this, there's some thought maybe they have a way to reshuffle. But looks like they do not, and that is enough to win the match. Very nice. Let's move on. Good looking hand. We've got Trapfinder, a intent to find our Putrid Goblin, and then the two other combo pieces. So good stuff up against goblins here. Lead on Blackcleave Cliffs, and play our Trapfinder. Turn 2, I'm going to play Altar of Dementia. Well, I might play Thran Vigil. They do have ways to destroy artifacts sometimes. Worth noting we have Phyrexian Tower as well. So here's the Thran Vigil. Not attacking. And maybe we see Muxus this turn? Indeed. And they have to sack everything to do it. But Muxus is here. Chain Whirler was not what I wanted to see. Get Putrid Goblin? Alright. Never mind. Magic is easy. Never played an easier game. Mill out your Goblin opponent. Because how dare they kill my 1/1? And this is why Goblin Trapfinder is so good. It just gets what you need, and it makes it cheaper. It lets you do ridiculous things like this, where you get to win on turn 3 in the face of your opponent's like pile of stuff. So good, so good. I think we're just missing too much stuff in our hand. We've got extra Thran Vigils. We're gonna mulligan this one. This is quite a bit better. We've got Altar. We've got 2 versions of this effect. So we'll keep this one, and we're going to throw back the Mimic. On turn 1, I'll lead with Shambling Ghast. This lets us set up for the killer turn 3 win if we draw a Putrid Goblin and a land off the top right now. Not the case. Spike Field comes down for opponent. That's okay. I'll play out Thran Vigil here. Hit them for 1. That might have been a mistake. I should have probably just kept this back. I'm not winning with damage. And red deck might have haste. They appear to be, yeah, the Charbelcher deck. Thoughtseize should be good here. Let's see it. Resolves. They did not want to pack the negation. Makes a lot of sense. They've got Creativity, March, and the Charbelcher. Yeah, so it's going to have to be the Charbelcher. Then I'll play an Altar. They're not going to counter that. And we'll just pass the turn here. They need extra red mana to be able to creativity here. They've got 2 blue right now. Okay, they marched. Sure. Interesting. I'm not sure if this is a win for them or not. But it's a win for us, so. We got our Diabolic Intent. We sack the Ghast, create a treasure. Get Putrid Goblin. They can't cast their Pact of Negation or they lose. They don't have enough mana for Disruption. So we get to mill them out. Haha, everything is resolving just as I planned. Yeah, and there shouldn't be anything they can do at this point. Mill them all the way down to 0. Yeah, Pact is a little scary. If they had one more mana up, then we would definitely be casting it. But also, like, making them wait a whole turn usually is enough anyways to buy enough time. And we get the win on that one. Nice. Don't love this hand, but it has early interaction and it has an edict or an intent. So I'll keep it. The one of Phyrexian Tower is here. Play Swamp. Opponent is maybe on the mirror. That would be pretty exciting. Yeah, I'll lead on Blightstep Pathway. If I need red, I can get a Blood Tap Crypt. Untapped Blood Crypt, that is. Not worried about anything here, I don't think. I think I want to play Tower, though. Tap it. Sack my Goblin here. They might kill my Goblin now. That's fine. I'm going to get an altar here. Pass the turn. Yeah, these decks run a braid, so you have to be a little careful about your altars and all of your creatures, really. Godless Shrine. Okay, this could be Greasefang. In which case, I want to leave up my tower with my Goblin so I can push Greasefangs. Fable. Sure. Still want to push this. Here we'll get the Lurrus back. Just pass. Let's see what they discard. See if there is a Parhelion in there. Fable goes in both the mid-range decks and those decks. Ah, we've got a Traxa reanimation going on. Alrighty. And looks like they're bringing it back this turn. Unfortunate. But that's the way she goes. You bet. If I draw my combo piece right now, then I can win still. Because I've got 4 mana via lands plus another one off the tower. They have a push in hand, which is important to note. Alright, they're going to discard some stuff. We're going to draw what we need when we need it. That's what we do here. We're hot drawers. Yeah, gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Alright, sack. Thran Vigil. Altar. Putrid Goblin. Opponent is freaking out, touching my cards. Little do they know, here comes the boom. Mill them out, mill them out. Always had it, never in question. Never a problem. Atraxa doesn't track that. I don't know. Now I'm just saying things. We'll give this a couple more times before I pause the video. Usually opponents don't make me go through the whole thing, but some do. And this opponent might have a little extra reason to be a little extra salty. Oh, there they go. They see the writing on the wall, and they let it go. Pretty hot draws off the top. Pretty hot draws off the top. We got a Vigil. We got an Altar. We got a Trapfinder. We're keeping this one. Hot diggity dog. Alright, Den of the Bugbear. Okay. Den of the Bugbear. We'll lead on Trapfinder. This doesn't let us do our mega combo, but our turn 3 go off, but that's okay. Den, followed by Blightstep. Little scary. This could probably means the Rakdos removal / Thoughtseize deck, which is one of our worst matchups. Ah, but it's goblins. I see, I see. Okay. If it's goblins, then definitely gonna play this. Probably should just intent. I could just play out everything. Yeah, what if I just play Shambling Ghast here? Keep up push. This doesn't look that great, but it secretly adds a mana. Because whenever I need it, I can play Altar, sack the Ghast. Okay, Skirk Prospector, sure. Alright, and I'm going to kill the Skirk Prospector. That's the card I'm terrified of. Given that I'm seeing Skirk Prospector and Battlecry Goblin, I'm kind of suspecting that this is also a Putrid Goblin combo deck. Alright, they have done this in response. Munitions Expert, targeting something. Trapfinder, sure, you got it. Let's get Goblin. Not quite. Interesting. Okay, so we'll play Shambling Ghast. And do I want to sack this Shambling Ghast? Or do I want to sack Trapfinder plus the Shambling Ghast? It's pretty close. I think I just want to sack the Shambling Ghast. Create a treasure. Get the Putrid Goblin. Pass the turn. So this is worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Next turn we can just play it all. So we want our opponent to tap out for something that doesn't really matter. Perfect. You love it. Alright. We're going to take 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 here, but that's okay. Alright, and we play Phyrexian Tower, sack Shambling Ghast. 2 mana, create a treasure. Altar. Vigil. Putrid Goblin. Auto pay. And suddenly, look at that. We have a game-winning combo on the board against the goblins. Just like that, out of nowhere. Ooh, I see a Fusiling in the graveyard. That is a goblin. I had not considered that. I guess if you get Fusiling out and a Putrid Goblin combo, that's infinite trampoline damage. That's neat. Interesting. People are innovating all the time. You love it. You absolutely love it. So yeah, this deck remains a force in the format. I just think it's so powerful. Just nice, tight little combo. 3 pieces, but you know, you find them just easily enough. The one thing you have to worry about is getting that Altar of Dementia. The rest of it is just like managing your mana and misdirecting your opponents into killing the wrong things at the wrong time or tapping out when they least suspect. But it's a very fun deck to play. Definitely recommend. If there was a historic tournament tomorrow, I'd be pretty hard-pressed not to run this deck. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like or subscribe, and I will catch you next time.